I have just finished reading my fourth book of the year, the book that goes by the name UNNMAAD by Dr. Birinchi Kumar. It is a work of translation of Khalil Gibran's The Madman, His Parables and Poems. Dr. Birinchi Kumar is one of the respected teachers of my hometown Borpeta, and he is one of my most favorite voices in social media across all platforms, across all languages, because I love his perspective on life. The best compliment for a work of translation is whether or not it has remained true to its original text, and whether or not the author was diligent enough to not let his own interpretation of the work come to the work of translation. After reading this book, I went through the English versions of it. In the original text it was written, and I found this translation so true to the original work, and that I think is the biggest win for any translator. The fascinating thing is, in the author's foreword, he had written how he had stumbled upon Khalil Gibran in one of the maths class taken by one of the celebrated teachers of Borpeta. I don't know what led a maths class to pivot into Khalil Gibran parables. I'll give my hands and leg and whatever it takes to be in one of those classrooms of all those celebrated teachers of past of Borpeta, because there are so many stories about how these celebrated teachers would motivate and inspire students to reach to their potentials. But that is a topic for another day. Coming back to this book, I told you about the length of this book. It is just 64 pages, but the length of the book should never come in the way of how a book makes you feel, of how a book generates thoughts in you, and how it gives you food for thought. So this is not a book that you read through and through. This is a book that you read chapter wise. You read a chapter, you put the book away and let the thought germinate in your head, let the thought circle in your head and make you think of things that you have never thought of. And it is a book of parables. It is a book of universal truths. It is a book that has a lot of symbolism in it. And so if you're someone like me who does a lot of introspection on human behavior and how different people and their personalities come to you, and it enmeshes with your personality and changes you forever. So this is that kind of a book that you will not be the same person after you have read it. Only thing that you have to do is you let the book stay in your head for a longer period of time, so that you understand better, so that you understand the symbolism behind the writing. It is not a book to be read on its surface level. You have to read between the lines. So if you are someone who is into introspection, if you are someone who is really into contemplative pieces of study, then this book is definitely for you.